Well, let's go get out of my head. Yeah, you see a lot of videos on YouTube about how riding a motorcycle, the psychology of it, and how it's therapy and whatnot. Well, I know exercise can be good therapy too, and off-roading gives you exercise. Of course, you get a little older, you gotta limit that time doing that. Gravel's real thick and loose like that, it sure gives your core a workout. Bike wants to go all over the place, and you gotta hold it straight. Alright, good shady area. Is this? This will be great. Kinda hot out. You know, you don't have to go real far, have a big adventure, and be on the bike for hours to just have an enjoyable ride. I'm not even going more than about 5 miles from where I live. I think I'll stick on roads that are less than, or 35 mile an hour or less. Yeah, it's a hot day and I don't have my helmet on. So that's alright. I know you're supposed to promote safety and all that, but yeah, it's just a nice quiet drive. I think it's pretty safe where I'm at. I'm being real careful. Slow cruise along the river is always good. Yeah. Sun on my face and a light breeze going. Better look out for people crossing the road here at the marina. Looks like a busy place. Not thinking about a thing except the road and the scenery around me. Yeah, now that I'm older, I'm going to have to get used to staying on the pavement and just cruising around. I used to really like off-roading, but about a month ago I was off-roading in some loose dirt, and I laid it down going around the corner, and I didn't break any bones, but it was pretty sore, pulled a hamstring and some other things, bruised up, and I feel like I'm still recovering from it. You get older, it takes more time to heal up and stuff. You just, at some point, you just have to accept you're getting old and do a little less of that. Stick to the roads, I guess. Going fast can be pretty dangerous, but that's one way to escape boredom. You'll leave your worries behind, that's for sure. There ain't no time to think about anything. Going fast increases your focus and alertness. It's good for your brain. When you're on a road or a trail you're not familiar with, you'll filter out any kind of distraction. Your mind will be too busy to think of things such as your problems, work, relationships, and whatever you got going on. Off-roading will give you a physical workout. Of course, you have to know your limits, especially if you're old. Just cruising down the road, I've always thought was kind of boring, but I suppose I get used to it. Yeah, when you get old, it's hard to fend off depression. You can't just stay busy all the time. Yeah, sooner or later you're going to have to slow down and let your thoughts catch up to you. I hate when it happens at night. I guess that's what mindless TV shows are for. Yeah, riding around on a motorcycle might temporarily help you forget about things, but there's plenty of videos on YouTube about stoicism, mindfulness, and positive thinking, and it really does help. Watch those and try to apply it to your life. Probably keep this DR as long as I can still get on it. It's really tall, kind of hard to get on, but I'll keep riding it as long as I can get on it. I went out and bought a Honda Shadow. I kind of like the way they look and the way they sound, and the seat's real low, easy to get on. I don't care for the foot pegs being way up toward the front, but I don't really ride it that much. I found the suspension so short in the back that it kind of hurts my back. You hit a hard bump or something. I've gotten so used to this DR with all that suspension, so I'm not sure. I want to get a street bike, but I thought maybe like an FJR or something like that. I still ain't quite figured it out yet. I've been thinking about getting an adventure bike, since they have a lot of suspension and they're pretty much a road bike, but some of them are really big and heavy, and I think they do make some lighter ones. That's kind of a big deal too when you get older. You want something lighter, but I think I'll have to go test drive one or two. I have a 1978 YZ400, which is souped up pretty good to go real fast, and I keep it in pretty good shape. I hardly ever ride it. I think I keep it more for sentimental reasons. I raced one like it, kind of like it, when I was young, and I'll probably end up just selling it. I don't know, I hate to, but you just get too old, you can't ride it, so might as well get rid of it, I guess. I think I'll stop down here at the lock and dam, get off and stretch for a little bit. Back's getting kind of tight. I'll get up and stand around for a little bit. Maybe watch a barge go by or something. Might as well park over here in the shade. Nice slab of pavement here too. Good spot. There's a Bald Eagle Wildlife Refuge here. It has a trail you can walk back in there. It says in the sign you're not allowed to during nesting season, but any other time you can walk back here. I ain't going way back in here. A lot of bugs this time of year. I think I'll go down here by the beach. Nice little beach area over here. Looks like there's been somebody a little campfire over there. Probably a good place to do some fishing. A little bit of noise from the barges, but nice and quiet. Speaking of fishing, that's a nice, quiet, relaxing hobby to have. I think it's pretty much all about the location. That was a nice little walkabout. Time to get back on the road. Motorcycle riding is pretty much just a hobby, but if you go off-roading, you can get exercise, and it's pretty much a sport. The nice thing about being into motorcycles, you can drive it to work or the store as well, so there's some practicalness there to it as well. Now, some hobbies are best for young people, more sport-oriented exercise kind of thing. And of course, like if you just want to take up fishing, you can do that when you're 90. But I've been riding motorcycles since I was 12 years old, and I raced motocross when I was my teenager, 16, 17. So I've always had a preference for riding dirt bikes. But I had street bikes too, and you know, raced around on them and that when I was young. So I've experienced the full spectrum of it. I think I'll stop down here at the levee and get out and walk around a little bit. Riverboats used to stop here and dock, and the workers would get off here and visit bars and stuff. The shade here sure feels good. There are some ducks. Always ducks. I wonder how many ducks there are just in this state. Crazy. Let's hang out here in the shade. Sounds like a good plan. Just hang out here in the shade for a little bit. Ducks don't seem to be too threatened by me. I used people. There's a sidewalk over there. Right over there it goes along the river. Much of a beach, but all them little clamshells all crushed up. That's what that is. Little clamshells crushed up. Nice having a picnic table there. Hell, I got firewood. Some chairs. That's probably just for the people that live in that old place there. Fixed up nice. Got to go down these stairs over here. Just for the heck of it. Well, let's head back to the bike. Well, you can sit on a motorcycle seat or sit on a shrink's couch. Choice is yours.